Okay, I've been asked to show how I do the bread. Never made a cooking video before, but here goes. I've got my cookie sheet here. I've got a little bit of olive oil on it. And I'm just gonna grease that thing a little bit. Then I'm gonna take my countertop and be kind of liberal with the flour that I throw on it. Like to get it on my hands too, so the dough won't stick to me. And my dough has just finished rising in the bread maker, which is right here. So there's the dough, which I am now going to dump out onto the counter. It's pretty gooey, liquidy. It'll stick to anything it can. So we want to keep our hands floured well. But then, the idea is to just spread the dough out a little bit, flip it around, and I get flour on both sides. Fold it, spread it. That's how we knead it. Until you get it feeling right, which is getting pretty close to right now. So now I'm going to fold it another time, and I'm going to grab it and bend all of the folded part underneath and stretch the top. And I'm going to form the loaf this way. I'm going to stretch it and fold under. Like so. Then when I get it where I don't think it's going to come apart on me and unfold, and I'm going to pop it right down in the middle of my cookie sheet. Now I've got one egg white that I've already separated from the yolk in here. And you got to whip it up a little bit with the fork. It won't be quite as gluten-y then. And you spread that a little on the top. Let me get my little tool. Okay. So I'm going to paint the top of the loaf with egg white. And mostly this is just to make the loaf get nice and pretty brown, but also it's to help the sesame seeds stick to the loaf. They don't just fall right off. So you can be pretty liberal with that. And those of you that know me know I'm not too liberal usually. Okay. And then this is the sesame seed. And basically I'm just going to put as much sesame seed on there as I can. I'm putting my hand around it to keep it from just going flying all over the cookie sheet. And I'm going to come all the way around the loaf. Alrighty. Alright, now the loaf is ready to go into my proofing oven. I've set I've got two ovens here. I've got the lower one set on just 100 degrees to help the bread rise. And we'll come back when that's coming out of the oven and going into the other one. Okay, it's about 20 minutes later, and the loaf has approximately doubled in size. So it's time to go from, I don't even need this. It's time to go from the 100 degree oven into the 325 degree oven. Very gently, very carefully, because you don't want it to fall. There she is. And it's going to bake for about 25 minutes or until it's a really nice brown. I'm using a convection oven at 325. If you were using a conventional oven, it would be cooked at about 350 for about the same amount of time. Come back when it's done. Okay, bread is finished. We're about to take it out of the oven here. Isn't that beautiful? Just going to put it on a cooling rack for a little while, and then we're all set.